Hello, welcome to my Christmas Q&A. When I planned this video, I thought I would have a nice, warm, cozy drink, but I have not had enough water today, so that's what we're drinking instead. When I was planning out my Vlogmas this year, which is the only way this has been able to be successful, is I had an actual plan for it. I was looking up ideas, I Pinterested ideas, I Googled ideas, I looked on YouTube, and something that I saw, I think it was actually more for blogs than vlogs, was a Christmas Q&A, and I thought, you know, I love getting to know people that I'm watching through their Q&As, and it's Christmas time, it's Vlogmas. I love Christmas, so why not just go ahead and do it? I have pre-selected, because I'm not big enough on any platform, to put like a question box and get a lot of response so that I can, do what like my viewers are wanting or whatever. But I still think I found some interesting topics. And so we're just gonna go with what I found. So the first question, what is your favorite tradition growing up? And what is your favorite holiday tradition now? When I was growing up, we met with my mom's family early in December. That way the families didn't have to like compete on actual Christmas Day or go to 100 million places. And that was just my favorite party as a kid. I had a lot of aunts and uncles and they would draw a kid's name out of the hat. And so you shop for just one kid, which made it easier on the adults, but also you kind of got more, I think, as a kid. A lot of times at that party, my aunts, who are closer in age to me, but also old enough that I didn't do everything that they did, my aunts would make Christmas videos of like catching Santa or going on Santa hunts, which probably, as I'm saying this back, you're like, that just sounds really weird. But we would watch them back. They either did it before that party or they did it during that party. And this is like way before social media. So there was no editing. It was on probably a giant video camera. And it was just fun and silly and kind of stupid, but they were my family and I loved it. My favorite tradition now is that me and my husband go and get a real tree sometime the weekend after Thanksgiving. So this year we actually did get to go to the mountains. We haven't been able to do that yet because we haven't had a vehicle that could go up there and bring a tree back. And so it's just been really fun, whether we go to a local farm or we go to the mountains, or I think last year we even had to get it from Lowe's. I really love to pick it out and we bring it home. A lot of times my husband will go hunting that night and I'll stay home and decorate and kind of have the house to myself. Very introverted, so I'm here for that. Next question I found, when do you start listening to Christmas music? As ASAP as possible. I would say myself, I probably start listening in the summertime. That probably changes a little bit every year. And then at work, I start like sprinkling it in my music and it just kind of pops up here and there. And then we go full blown in November in my salon. At my house, my husband does not love Christmas. Actually, he probably would go as far as to say he hates it. And so we don't listen to it at my house until December or after Thanksgiving. When do you put up your tree? I already answered that when I talked about my holiday tradition, which is the weekend after Thanksgiving, typically the Friday, but sometimes not till the weekend. Your go-to Christmas music. Actually, it's more of the older Christmas music. Like, I really love the Carpenters. I grew up with my mom listening to that pretty much year round. And then anything that really kind of sounds like that, or just more like the older kind of feeling songs. So like the Nat King Cole Christmas album, the Barbra Streisand Christmas album. I really like all of that kind of stuff. Real tree or artificial tree. I grew up with an artificial one. We do a real one now. I really like them both for different reasons. Colored lights or white lights? White lights. Wrapped gifts or gift bags? When I planned this out and chose the questions I was gonna ask, I didn't know I was gonna do like a how to wrap a gift video. So obviously, well, if you follow my channel that closely, you've seen that I already have a video of how to wrap gifts. If you don't, click down below. I'm very much a fan of wrapping gifts. My mom taught me when I was a lot younger and I've kind of perfected it throughout the years and I really, really enjoy that. I also really, really enjoy finding like a new bow or coordinating different wrapping paper so that they're different, but they still go along. I'm kind of nerdy when it comes to Christmas, I guess. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Christmas Day, I think. But I think I would like to make Christmas Eve more of a thing. I feel like Christmas Eve, the whole day isn't really full of anything, which is totally fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm very in favor of a down day. But like there's all this anticipation and then you don't do anything until the evening, which for us growing up was unwrapping Christmas pajamas. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure that's a lot of you too. And I still love carrying on that tradition, actually, even though as a kid I was like, why does it always have to be pajamas? Actually, that was a great holiday tradition that I now really, really appreciate that my mom always did that. And so all that to say, I would really like to do something more for Christmas Eve. And maybe I will this year because of Vlogmas. I don't know. But like maybe that's the day you decorate sugar cookies, or which I guess you kind of need those sometimes for parties during the month. So maybe that wouldn't work. But I just would like to fill the day with some sort of tradition that's not just waiting till the evening. But the answer, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I love Christmas Day. I love to see family on that day or open gifts. Not really so much for the gifts, but just I love to give gifts. So I love to see people open them. Christmas music or Christmas movies? Both. Definitely both. Store-bought treats or homemade treats? Definitely homemade. I think I've baked enough this year for you to probably guess that it's homemade for me. Is it a lot of more work? It can be. But I think as you keep going, you can kind of figure out how it works into your schedule so that it's not totally overwhelming. Play games or watch a movie? This probably depends. At a party, I want to play games. At home, I want to watch a movie. Although me and my husband play games sometimes, but I definitely want to watch a movie. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Love Actually or Christmas Vacation? I walked out of Love Actually. This is going to tell a lot about me and my family. When it first came out into theaters, me and my cousin had gone with our moms to see it, and there are some very risque scenes. What year did that come out? 2003. So in 2003, I would have been 15, or actually just shy of 15. No, that's right. So in 2003, I would have been 15 years old, and so would my cousin. And so we were 15. Our moms took us to this movie, and when that first really risque scene popped up, they were like, oh, we're not doing this. And so we walked out. I have now seen the movie since I was an adult, and it just was not my favorite, unfortunately. Now, also, I did not grow up watching Christmas Vacation. So that's also not my favorite, but I can appreciate it now for the quotes. And my husband's family loves it. But I guess Christmas Vacation over Love Actually, but I don't know that there's necessarily a winner. The Grinch or Elf? I would have to go with The Grinch. I'm a Disney girl at heart. I don't know that that's a Disney movie, but it's definitely more of that Disney feel. Again, I've grown to appreciate Elf. I did not love it. My husband does love it though, and it's a Christmas movie, so I'll take whatever I can get, and we do watch Elf around Christmas time at least once. One of my favorite movies, quick side note, is actually kind of a weird one to love, I think. I've been not called weird, but people have definitely looked at me funny, like, why do you love this movie? Me and my sister love The Family Stone. I don't know why, because there are a lot of really uncomfortable scenes in there that are just like, she's so painfully awkward if you've ever seen it. Sarah Jessica Parker's character is so painfully awkward that you're just like, how is someone seriously this awkward? And it's just painful to watch. And yet we love this movie. It's like our tradition. I would have watched it already, actually, except that we watch it together for the first time every year. So that's my favorite movie, just to throw in there, because why not? Dress casual or dress up? I would say it depends on the circumstance. When I'm baking or at home or for Christmas Eve, I love to be casually dressed. I love to be cozy. However, I do like to have a party where I need to dress up and dress nicely. I love to dress nicer for Thanksgiving or a Christmas party. It doesn't mean I always do, and it's not always a glittering gown. It might just be like a dress and some nice shoes that I don't wear every single day. But I do enjoy having something to get dressed up for, even though my version of dressed up might not be as extreme as some others. It just depends on the occasion, I guess. The last one I have on here is Tropical Christmas or White Christmas. I don't know if I made up this question myself or if I found it online, but White Christmas all the way. I grew up in the mountains. It did not snow very often on Christmas. We usually got the snow like January and later in the year, but I would 100% love to escape to the mountains for a week at Christmas time and be somewhere where you wake up and it's snowing on Christmas Day or has snowed and everything is white. I love that. So anyway, all that talk about my beverage and I didn't even drink it while I was sitting here. That's all I have really. I just thought this would be fun, so hopefully you found it interesting. If there's any of these that you're like, oh, I really want to answer that too, drop your answers down below. And if I missed anything, or if there's something that you like to know about people and their thoughts around Christmas, drop your question in the comments and I will definitely respond. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day wherever you are watching this, and Merry Christmas to you, and come back tomorrow for the next one.